Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. The story that I'm about to tell you is a story that I just couldn't just sleep on, just not mention it. The reason why I'm saying this is because the only thing I can say about this is you really got to watch how you treat people. And I would say this story is definitely one of them stories because what I found out today, well, now it's a new day, but what I found out within the last 24 hours was really shocking to me. So this is not to dishonor anybody or anything like that, and not all pastors are bad. There are good men and women out there who serve the Lord and do so diligently and know how to treat people. So with that said, here's my story. So this happened some time ago when I was a single parent. It was just me and my daughter. She was a little stroller baby. It was just me and her. And this particular pastor was a principal over a school called Zion Preparatory Academy. So I'm up at the school that day for some reason, and I'm pushing my baby in the stroller, and I saw the pastor walking out to his fancy car. That city where I was at, the Negroes in that city, they, it seemed, especially in the church community, just really bougie and, think they better than. That's just the impression I had at that time. Looking down on people like me, because I didn't have the prestige or wealth or whatever. I don't even think those Negroes were really all that wealthy, but you wouldn't know it by the attitude, but I'm going to leave it as that. So I said hi to the pastor, hi, Pastor so-and-so, and he spoke back, and like I said, he was walking out to his car, and I was walking up the pathway with my daughter. And see, I wasn't from that city or state. I didn't have any friends or family out there. I was still fairly new out there. So I hadn't made any real connections there yet or anything. And so when I talked to the pastor, I said to him, hey, the 4th of July is coming up. And I told him I didn't have nowhere to spend the holiday. I would like to, do something. I was letting him know that, hey, it was just me and my daughter, and I didn't have anywhere to go for the holiday. And what this pastor said next just really surprised me. And even thinking back on it, it's just shocking for a pastor to say something like this or act this way. So his response to me saying that was, oh, for a barbecue, all you need is some fingers and some lips. And I think he did a motion like he was licking his lips, like of some good barbecue. And he thought it was funny. But I got the message. So there it was. I had his answer. And if I can remember correctly, I kind of remember it hurting my feelings. And I had his answer. That was basically his answer. And I got the message, like I said. So I just went on and spent the holiday alone with my daughter. So fast forward some years later, which was now yesterday, I happened to be on my computer just doing my normal stuff on the computer like I do every day pretty much. And it was like something I think it was the Lord, just dropped it in my spirit to look this pastor up. Now, I no longer live in that city, but for some reason, something told me to look him up. He just came to my mind. So I was like, okay. I looked him up, and lo and behold, this pastor had passed away. And I was like, wow. So at first I was kind of indifferent because, I just didn't like the way he treated me. Like I said, the Negroes out there really bougie. Um, so I just. But then there's a part of me that felt a little bad, like, wow, I did kind of like him. He was kind of a funny guy when he wanted to be, or at times, whatever. So it was kind of a mixed reaction. So they wrote this beautiful article on this pastor, and I saw all the great things he did in the community and stuff like that, right? And I was like, okay. And when I thought about it later, I was like, well, he did all this great stuff. Why didn't he have any grace on me? Why didn't he have any mercy on me? Why didn't he have a heart for me? Just a thought. But anyway, so I saw the article, but the thing that caught my attention was his date of death. So I saw it, but I didn't think a whole lot about it. I was like, okay. And I moved on. So then later, when I got home and I took a shower, right when I was in the shower, it was almost like the Lord dropped it in my spirit, like he brought it to my attention. And when I tell you, I was so stunned, I was like, oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. What came to me, it just really surprised me. And I was like, wow. Like, he don't play about his people. He really don't. Guess what day this man died on? Yes, you've guessed it. He died on the 4th of July. The same holiday I told that man that I had no one to celebrate it with. It was just me and my daughter. And basically it was just us. And this man sent me away basically with hurt feelings. Didn't care about my plight or what I was going through. And I feel like even if I didn't join him and his family, this man, he's a pillar of his community. He could have connected me with other single sisters. I just think there's so many things he could have done than to just pretty much dismiss me like that. But I was like, oh my goodness, this man died on the 4th of July. And I think the thought I had when I first saw that date was, or it might have been later, but man, did he even get to enjoy the holiday? Was it on the morning of the 4th of July? Just, thoughts. So anyway, that's my story. And just got to be mindful how we treat people. Because you know what that told me? It told me that he may have forgotten, but God didn't. And you know what? When he said those words to me and dismissed me like that, you know who else heard it? God heard it. The Lord heard it. So, again, it really surprised me, and that's my story. Have a great day.